Camino is a place for judgment. That's my belief. It's not a place for judgment of your fellow pilgrim.
Buenos dias. Good morning. Day 27? 28? Louise will correct me. We are just leaving Lyon now after 3 days rest. We've had 3 days in Lyon due to my foot. If you haven't seen, have a look at the previous episode. And we are just leaving this beautiful town. So there is the cathedral that we went in yesterday. Absolutely gorgeous. So we're going to leave. We've got about 20k today. Villadangos, something like that we're going to today. So we're going to start early at 6 o'clock in the morning. It's about 10 past 6. Starting early because it's going to be about 36 degrees today, and we don't really fancy walking in that heat. So it's nice and cool at this present moment in time, and we're off to find some coffee.
Going?
Foot? Yeah, good, going good. It's a bit of a twinge. If I stop, I think, as most people that suffer from plantar will know, when you stop and then start again, that's where the pain is. But it's going okay. I've had a load of advice from people online actually about tennis ball and frozen water bottle and stuff like that. So as and when I can sort of implement that, I'm going to give it a go. Hola.
Buen Camino.
Can I give that a go?
How are the insoles going?
Yeah, they're a bit cozy in my shoes. But yeah, they seem to be,
yeah,
you know, releasing the pressure a bit. Okay, Lou.
All good.
What's happening?
We're about to get going again, I think. Are we?
Yeah, I think so.
You about ready?
Yeah, I think so. Where are we?
Everyday.Journeys, or just coming out of, and then just going into San Miguel, something or other.
Yeah.
And then I think we've got about 7 or 8k. It's very noisy here by the road. It's all roads today. It's very noisy by the road.
Isn't it just?
Not been my favourite walk so far today. You might be able to hear the road noise. We've been walking alongside the road pretty much all the way out of Lyon. And some days are just like this. We could have gone the other route. There's a variation that's more countryside, prettier and off the road. But with Mark's foot being what it was, we decided it probably wasn't the most sensible thing to do because there's very little along that way.
So we've got about, I think, another 1.5 kilometers, and then we hit Villadangos, and we're going to get ourselves something to eat because we haven't had breakfast this morning, but the kids have done really well. It's about 11:15 in the morning. Anyway, so we're going to get Villadangos, and we're going to come back to you and we're going to tell you what we're going to do next.
So we just got to Villadangos and we're having lunch because this is the end of our walking part of today. And we're all hungry because we haven't had a proper lunch, we haven't had a proper breakfast today because we got going and then nothing was open and then it all just slipped away and we didn't stop. So we are having potato chips fries with aioli, although that's not my aioli, it's like garlic spread, isn't it? But we have a massive thing of tomato soup, and then we're all having burgers or pizza. So good chips, they're not super hot. It's kind of had like tomato soup dumped all over the top of it, but it works, doesn't it?
Hey. Right, Louise, what are we doing?
We are catching a bus.
Tell them why we're catching a bus.
Because we are just helping ourselves along a little bit, because tomorrow is a really big stage. We've done today's stage. We've walked all the way to Villadangos, which is 21 kilometres.
Yeah, long day.
Long day. Tomorrow's 30 kilometres, which is too much on Mark's newly recovering foot.
Yes.
So we are catching a bus.
Yeah.
Which will just push us along, only 10 kilometres, but it'll mean tomorrow is a slightly easier day. Also, tomorrow is going to be the hottest day ever.
And it's like 30 odd degrees
It's
now.
34, I think, already.
It's 34 degrees now. It's not right to walk in this weather.
So we're going to just push on 10 kilometres, get ourselves a little bit further along the line, which means that we can stay in the stages and we haven't lost too much time by our rest days.
Cool. Can I take it with you? Gracias. Here's a bus. Right, we're on the bus now towards Hospital
De Orbiga.
de Orbiga. Really away, Louise. Air conditioned bus. Air conditioned bus. Still wearing masks. Okay, we are in Hospital
De Orbiga.
de Orbiga.
We got the bus, it was like 10 minutes of that.
And it was air conditioned.
And we went along just this long, straight, very hot, no shade road.
Yeah.
And we were looking at it thinking, yeah,
There was a few
that would have been horrible.
There was a few pilgrims walking down, and they looked tired. Me and Louise really debated about catching the bus because we wanted to stay true to the Camino and walk the full 500 miles. So let's blowing it past. However, I think we both took a sensible decision and we knocked 10k off. So
I think that's perfectly acceptable.
that's acceptable.
It only makes it like 740 instead of 750 kilometers.
Exactly.
Still 500 miles.
Yeah, still done 500 miles. Woo. Anyway, let's go to La Escena, which is our albergue for tonight.
So we've just found our albergue, a little bit tricky to find, but that was partly my bad map reading. We're in Albergue La Encina. It's actually really quite cool in here, which is lovely because it is 30 something degrees outside. So I'm going to just very quickly show you around. There we go. So yet again, we've got lucky and we've got ourselves a, look, that's me, hello. We've got ourselves 4 bunks, which means we're in a private room. Megan, you having top or bottom?
I'm not sure, I need to figure out.
Okay, so me and Megan are on this bunk bed here.
Look, wait, can you show them how low it is?
Yeah, and then, oh, there's a little bit more than we needed to see there. There's Mark.
Oh,
and
socks off.
Henry's underneath.
Help. Help.
But they are quite low. The bottom bunks on these ones are quite low.
However,
For small people.
oh,
So I think the adults are going on the top bunk tonight. Oh, I feel a little rain. And yet, maybe not, I'm not sure. We're in Hospital de Orbiga in Castile.
yeah.
It's only little, 1,000 inhabitants. But what's interesting, I thought this was I'm sure I read somewhere that this is a Roman bridge, but it says here it has a long stone medieval bridge which was recently restored. And it is in superb condition, so you can tell that it's a recent restoration project. It must have cost a fortune.
Yeah. EU money.
Ah.
Voilà,
Hola.
Buenos dias.
Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes. Day
27.
Yeah, we've had a hot day today. One that we sort of knew we were expecting this, so.
Yeah, we're on the news in Spain for a heat wave at the moment.
Yeah. So we've arrived at Hospital
De Orbiga.
De Orbiga. It's at this beautiful town.
It's really
Very
pretty.
nice. You see some footage of that.
Yeah.
It's all closed though.
Well, we always arrive just at the time when everyone's on siesta, so.
It's a siesta time here. So
Something
anyway,
to be aware of if you're doing the Camino and if you're starting really early in the morning like we do so that we can enjoy the morning freshness.
Yeah.
You do inevitably always end up arriving in places around 1-2 o'clock when everything else is shutting down. And
Yeah.
then by the time it all reopens at 5-6 o'clock, you're tired.
tired. You want to go bed?
So it is a bit of it doesn't quite, you have to work through it.
We're for it. However, the bars are open, which is good.
Yeah,
so-
there's a few places. We're not completely
No.
devoid of anything to do.
No. So anyway, so we're here today. So just a quick recap from today. So we've walked around 20k today, and then 21k, and then we jumped on the bus and made our way to here,
Yeah.
Hospital. And that was about 13k in total for the bus
On
ride.
the bus, yeah.
And it was something that me and Louise really quite debated about because we wanted to keep true to the Camino and do 100% walking, etc. But, you know, from a heat point of view, it would have been
Yeah.
difficult, an understatement, I think.
I think the heat and also your foot.
Yeah,
We can't forget your foot.
Yeah.
If we're at Novamark's foot, probably we would have walked that.
Yeah.
But because we've had those 3 rest days in Leon, we're getting a little tight on our timescales now for managing to get to Porto in time to catch our flights home. So something's got to give a little bit.
yeah.
Tomorrow's a 30k day. That's not a good idea in 40-degree heat
No.
with a bad foot. So we
And 2
decided,
kids.
and 2 kids.
Yeah.
So what we decided was it was a tiny little compromise. 13k on a bus today means that tomorrow is more like 17-18 kilometers, which is doable first
Yeah.
thing in the morning on your foot. So.
Yeah.
And you know, we're walking 790 odd kilometers, aren't we? So 12 kilometers or 13 kilometers on a bus, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. And I
Maybe
think
the purists would hate it, but
we've done it our way.
with this our way.
Yeah, and when we talk to people on the Camino, actually, you do hear different stories of how they've got through the Camino. So they've done a bit of bike, they've done a bit of taxiing, you know, they've stayed longer, they've done big days, you know, and it's easy to criticise, I think, isn't it, Lou? Well, that's not the way. You should be doing the way, walking and staying at albergues. But then you actually realise it's about that personal journey, and me and Louise set out this journey to achieve it from St Jean Pied Port to Santiago with the kids, and that's what we're going to do. And it's our way, but
Yeah. I don't think the Camino is a place for judgment. That's my belief. It's not a place for judgment of your fellow pilgrim.
No.
So stay in your own lane, crack on, and do it your way.
So we're going to go and have our pilgrim meal now.
Yep.
At the albergue, which is absolutely stunning. Louise has done a bit of footage for that. So we're going to go and get that sorted. We're going to get our bag sorted ready for tomorrow. And
Start all over again tomorrow.
we'll start again tomorrow. So we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.